Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Wordsmith's Forge with Matthew J. Coran. Wanted to get a quick video out here. It's late at night, and I decided that I wanted to be a little bit more consistent with my production, and I'll get to why in a minute because I had I've been having a real struggle recently with creativity. You might hear people go through writer's block pretty often, and that a lot of times people have these ideas, like these really great ideas, whether it's a book they want to write or a painting or some custom code they want to design. It could be anything, any art. But you always hear the same reasons why I don't have time or I don't have the energy. It's a big commitment. And I started to see myself fall into that trap these past couple weeks. I haven't been consistent with my content creation, whether it was on here, like I had planned, or uh, writing book two. I have book one out now, and I'm planning on writing a whole series for the Breathsinger saga, and it's been hard trying to chip away at book two. I've been getting into a lot of slumps myself, and so I wanted to talk real quick about what happens when you run into a creative block and some ways you can deal with it. And the best way to deal with it is what I'm doing right now is start creating. It's one of the reasons people say they don't have enough time or don't have enough energy is because they have these big expectations of uh, what they need to do in a certain amount of time. It's like, oh, well, I can't write unless I can get 500 words per day, or something like that. But really, the best way to cultivate any kind of creativity to get up to that point where you can produce the amount you want to, it starts with consistency. It starts with just doing a little bit constantly, whether it's 500 words a day or 50 or 5. What matters is that you're doing it, you're engaging in the process, and you you build up to that level. Just like when you get to the gym, you don't start off with doing as intense of a workout as possible. You start with what's enough to get you what's enough to get you there. Like when I would go to the gym after not going for a few months, I would do bench press and a couple of other things for chest day, and I'd be wiped out, and I'd be good to go, you know. But like after months of being at it constantly, then I would be doing a much more intense workout. Maybe I'd do 5x5 on bench, followed by like a few slow sets, then incline bench, then crush grip, press, like all kinds of stuff. It gets more complex as you build upon it. But the most important part is that you start it. You know, I heard something this past week that really motivated me to um, when you love something, one of the requirements, well, one of the ways you know you really love something is if you're willing to sacrifice for it. You know, like you always think about like, oh, I'll start doing this when it's convenient for me. Is basically what it boils down to. But love doesn't come from convenience. It's actually the opposite because our desire for convenience comes from a form of self-love. We love making things easy on ourselves because we think we deserve for things to be easy. But the most important things in life are never easy. There's always some sacrifice you have to make, you know, and You know, there are a lot of things in this life I love. Chief of all is I love God, and I want to honor him in every way I can. He's given me the gift for a certain set of artistic skills, mostly writing, wordsmithing, things like that. And I want to make use of those gifts. And so that requires a bit of sacrifice, you know, whether it's a half hour of sleep that I'd otherwise be getting right now, or whatever else it might be. I love my family, so I also make sacrifices to make sure I have enough time for them, you know? And so think about it. If you really want to get into a creative endeavor, if you really love what you're doing and you love God, you love your family, you love people and you want to inspire people, you want to do something that does good for people. Think about things that you can sacrifice right now to make that happen, or to at least start the process. And that's how you begin to see real change in your life. It's not just one big flash of lightning and everything's different. It starts with these little incremental changes that you form out of love, right? Because it doesn't matter how much willpower you have. You know, there's gonna be days where you're ready to go. There's gonna be days where you don't want to do it at all. It's going to be that love that gets you through it, the willingness to sacrifice. Anyway, hope that helps. I'm gonna get some sleep now because I'm very tired. All right. Good night. God bless.